We're reading the Aleph book, Improper Thoughts. 1. A person's humility saves him from idolatrous thoughts. 2. When bothered by thoughts of idolatry while praying, picture Hashem's name, Eloheinu, in your mind. 3. Confessing in the presence of a Torah scholar brings to good thoughts. 4. Good thoughts are drawn to a person who tells stories about the tzaddikim. 5. Anybody who has evil thoughts should always look to find good in others. 6. A person's tears cause him to view all passions with contempt. 7. When a person does not believe in the tzaddik, his heart is not right with Hashem. 8. Wearing a gartel once worn by a tzaddik is a segula for dispelling improper thoughts. 9. Falsehood defiles the holy brit. 10. If after being prideful for having sanctified himself, a person breaks that pride, he will attain and acquire the Torah. 11. Crying out to Hashem eliminates distracting thoughts. 12. Studying the 4 sections of Shulchan Aruch eliminates distracting thoughts. 13. Thinking about a Torah insight that you originated is a segula for eliminating undesirable thoughts. 14. A person who has unholy thoughts should speak to himself in a degrading way. 15. Eating and drinking make the mind sluggish. 16. Anger brings to idolatrous thoughts. 17. Idolatrous thoughts plague a person who shows disrespect for Jewish festivals. 18. Sitting in the company of promiscuous people, or in a place where an immoral act was performed, leads one to unholy thoughts. 19. The evil inclination desires only what is forbidden to it. 20. All the passions contain an element of Hashem's loving kindness. 21. Through forgiveness for sin, you will be rewarded with a pure heart. 22. Showing compassion will eliminate your lustful desires. 23. The eyes cause the heart to desire. 24. The passions of the heart make blemish unavoidable. 25. Laxatives are a segula against immoral thoughts. 26. Prayer prayed with an attentive heart opens all the doors on high. 27. A person with idolatrous thoughts should not wear any gold jewelry. 28. Drunkenness leads to idolatrous thoughts. 29. A passion for women causes one to lose respect. His wife will not conceive, or she will miscarry, or the child will die in birth. 30. Strife leads to idolatrous thoughts. A house in which quarrel is present will be a place in which idolatry is practiced. 31. A person beset by untoward thoughts can eliminate them by raising his voice as if to cry. 32. Swearing and cursing bring on evil thoughts. 33. Your trust in God will save you from evil thoughts. 34. Gritting one's teeth is a segula against evil thoughts. 35. The particular way in which the holy sparks veil themselves in distracting thoughts and then come to a person for a rectification depends upon where he is up to in the prayer. 36. The tractate of Yadayim is a segula for dispelling evil thoughts. 37. Whoever prays only for the sake of the divine presence will be spared from untoward thoughts. 38. Through peace, God's name is exalted. 39. When a husband or a wife has amorous thoughts for a non-Jew during their marital relations, the child conceived will become an apostate. 40. Tzitzit, guard against immorality. 41. Visiting the sick saves a person from the evil inclination. 42. A person's evil inclination rules over only that which he sees. 43. A person not married by age 20 will be bothered by sinful thoughts for the rest of his life. 44. Whoever commits a sin, then thinks about doing it again, is made to pay for the thought even without having repeated the action. 45. To chase away the evil inclination, say, O God, rebuke Satan. 46. A person is not punished for a sudden lust or evil thought that he cannot prevent, unless he goes over it in his mind. 47. Cupping is helpful against most bad character traits. 48. Eating fish increases one's sexual desire. 49. When a person's livelihood comes in the merit of his ancestors, he experiences thoughts of idol worship. 50. Homosexual practices leads to idolatrous thoughts. 51. A person whose thoughts are for a non-Jewish woman will have thoughts of idolatry. 52. Staring at nakedness brings one to an aroused state. 53. Disgracing the festivals is comparable to idol worship. 54. When a person has faith, God protects him from improper thoughts and helps him. He departs for the next world free of sin. 55. At the time people study Torah and do acts of kindness, they have mastery over their evil inclination. 56. A person who has pleasure from anything heretical will eventually be forced to worship idolatry. 57. A person keeps himself from transgressing and seeks forgiveness will consequently not sin, even in thought. 58. A Jew has relations with a non-Jewish woman, pollutes himself. The child he later conceives with his wife will be an apostate. 59. A belt is a rectification for improper thoughts. 60 and 61. A person plagued by sexual fantasies can dispel them by not deceiving people or by giving charity. B. 1. When a person uses his faith to banish thoughts of idolatry, those thoughts are transformed into the aspect of the dew of blessing. This also results in his mind remaining firm and never becoming confused, even when it is taxed by deep concentration on a complex subject. The Holy One provides him with thoughts that relieve his mind. 2. A person who guards against idolatrous thoughts will always trust in Hashem, never worrying about tomorrow. He is on the level of blessed is God, who day after day bears our burden. And because of this, the Holy One observed no iniquity and saw no misery in him. Whoever lays a hand on him, it is as if he were harming the apple of God's eye. 3. To dispel idolatrous thoughts, a person should think about and obligate himself to perform acts of kindness. 4. Idolatrous thoughts shorten one's breath, and he has no enjoyment from hearing good news. 5. A person beset by idolatrous thoughts should know that he is being judged on high. 6. Studying the halachic codifiers nullifies thoughts of idolatry. 7. The appointment of unqualified judges gives rise to thoughts of idolatry. 8. When a person is beset by idolatrous thoughts, he can expect to either suffer illness or be falsely accused by a government official. 9. On the account of idolatrous thoughts, a person will eventually need to make use of God's holy names. 10. Tithing one's wealth eliminates immoral thoughts. 11. There are times when a person finds himself thinking about a particular disease. This comes from Hashem, so that he should remind himself to rectify the evil thought that brings on this malady. 12. Thoughts of idolatry, immorality, killing, and slander beset a person who is in the habit of taking vows. However, they are eliminated when the city's comptroller sets the appropriate amount of taxes to be collected from each inhabitant of the city. 13. A person who is afraid of immoral thoughts because of the beautiful women he sees while out in the street should recite the verse, "Behold, the mighty ones will cry outside." This will save him from wandering eyes. 14. A person with idolatrous thoughts should know that the hand of the Gentiles will rule over him. 15. Idolatrous thoughts abound in a city that has large markets and special shopping days. A segula for avoiding such thoughts is to immerse oneself in Torah study on those days. 16. All a person's sins are forgiven when he dispels thoughts of idolatry. 17. Gazing to the east eliminates immoral thoughts. 18. Crying eliminates immoral thoughts. 19. Idolatrous thoughts can be nullified through religious fervor. 20. Deceiving people brings one to immoral thoughts for a non-Jewish woman. 21. Whoever desires a non-Jewish woman clearly will suffer some downfall, or some illness will befall his wife and children. 22. Thoughts of idolatry enable one's enemies to overpower him. 23. In order to dispel immoral thoughts, a person should picture in his mind his father's image. A practical solution for preventing improper thoughts is to become angry at something, as hinted by the verse, "Become angry and do not sin."